Alright, we are back. We are getting ready to play No Man's Sky. We are on the hot world right now, and this world is chock full of fun stuff that I have discovered along the way, as we already know. Now, I have been, over the course of the evening last night, I had some extra time, and I realized I needed to do some catching up on stuff. One of the things that I did was a little bit of redecoration. You can see that I did this by recoloring my my little base here. So we've got a nice little coloration going on. Things are still loading a little bit. Because I added things, and this is an Xbox, and sometimes it needs to load a little bit. But I put the prize out that we got. The little cable pod here is out as a decoration. And inside, of course, we have the coral going. I recolored the furniture because it seemed like a fun thing to do. And then I came in and recolored the teleporter too. So everything's kind of teal. I was thinking everything's so hot, I might as well have a cool place. And then, of course, I've started building a little bit in here. I'm going to add in some more, I guess, wooden floorboards here. And then we'll put like a bed or something and make this like a cozy little room at some point. Another thing that I did was I added a first aid station, so I can always make sure that my health is at maximum before I go out adventuring. And I also wanted to show the prize here. So we have, as part of our prize, we have a holographic friend. Now, I have been thinking about where to put this guy. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to bring him over here to act as sort of like a station manager. Because if you're going to have a holographic friend, maybe they ought to be someone who helps you out, I think. So I'm going to bring him over here by the market. And we're going to remember to go back to the storage container where I put the Geknip and get it out. Just a minute. Alright. Wait, no, I was in the right place, yeah. I have two Geknip, and I'm actually going to grab both of them, because I have plans. Alright, there we go. I just wanted you all to be able to see this. Here we go. And here is what the little Gek the Gek looks like. You can't, oh, you can make it larger. Well, Geks are kind of short, so we'll just keep it a little short there. And there's our holographic companion. You don't really interact with them, but they are fun to look at, and the implication is that you're talking to them. So, there you are. There's our Gek friend. So there's your market assistant now. So, I'm going to go put him in the other market too, but not just yet. You will notice over here in the distance that there is a star. And that star is related to another save beacon that I put down, and that save beacon is another ship that I found. Last night while I was off screen, I basically tried to do the Sentinel pillars again. I fired one off on this planet, and it took me to the same Sentinel pillar that I have like right next door to me. And then I fired it one on the other planet, and I mean on the surface of the other planet, and it took me to the one that it found previously, rather than on the aggressive Sentinel planet. which generally means that there's not a sentinel pillar on the aggressive planet, which makes sense because this is technically a quest, but it's a little frustrating because while it is a quest, it's just, you know, it's just a little frustrating. It seems that there was a point where we could fix our module with phosphorus for a little bit, but they appear to have patched that out, so we're back at we can't do that. Oh well. Snap our fingers on that one and say, oh well. Alright, so let's go take a look, I think, at the well, I have like 6 of it, so it should have put a little bit in there, but yeah, I don't have a lot of phosphorus to a point. Oh wait, maybe I see what you're saying. I don't have it where it can get to it. So let's take a look here. Oh, I guess I am completely out of phosphorus. Alright. Oh, while I was walking, I found a manufacturing plant, answered the questions, and got a multi-tool expansion slot. So there are manufacturing plants on this planet, just so you're aware. There was a lot of things that I found just wandering around. I've got more copper. You know, I'm at 5,000 copper now. I've got 8,744 nanites. You know, some of that was from our discoveries. Oh, which reminds me, I found the final animal. It happened to be, I thought it would be like a deep cave animal, but no, it was the above ground cave animal. And it was just walking around and I got it. And so that means I could come in here with my 7 of 7 discovered and I can just do that. And now I have 10,494 nanites just from walking around and claiming and scanning the animals. I'm just saying, that's a lot of nanites for that kind of stuff. And I'm now at 3,091,573 units. So, again, all of that is just from walking around, selling what I find. There's just a lot around these planets. Also, you may have noticed as I'm looking at this that it seems like my exosuit has expanded. Well, I found a market ball, and in the market ball I found exosuit upgrade charts. Now, they don't give us a lot of exosuit upgrades in this quest, so, and yet we still need places to put stuff. And so I went ahead and committed to going to drop boxes and filling in some of these slots. The cool thing about filling in the slots is I now have 4 supercharged spaces that I can use. One right now is kind of blank, and I'm going to move some things over. In fact, I might do that like right now, just to take advantage of it. Sure, that's yes. There we go. And so now I've got a supercharged jetpack, I've got a supercharged shield, I've got a supercharged heat safety thing. Really, I think we're doing good here. Oh, and there's my phosphorus. You know where my phosphorus was? It was in the ship. So, yeah. Alright, well, I think we are doing pretty good there. I think we're going to go take a look at that little shuttle real quick, just to take a look at it. Let me make sure I've got what I need for that. Let me look in. Yeah, hermetic seal. Let me see if I've got it in the ship. Hermetic seal, metal plating, dihydrogen jelly, and pure ferrite, which I've got all of that. So I think we should be good to go. I just wanted to be able to show it to you, otherwise I would have just grabbed it and say, look what I found. So, there's the yellow star. It's a ways away, so I'm going to have to go up into space here, but here we go. Oh, and I found something out as I was doing all this when I was doing some redecorating, which I also want to show you before we get going here. But you can colorize your bases, and so they become a little easier to see, because one of the things that I have difficulty with the bases is that our bases are colored, you know, black and white. And sometimes that can be really hard to distinguish when you have a whole lot of settlements going on. So if you're having that problem, you might consider making it a brighter color for yourself, just so you can see. I did not know you could recolorize your base. So I feel like that's a small but important piece of information that maybe you can use. I'm going to slow down so everything can load in here. You can kind of see it thinking about it. There's that tiny shuttle. It's a really tiny one, but there's a reason that I wanted to come back to this, because it might be tiny, but it is mighty, is perhaps the way to rephrase this. And here's why. It is an A-class shuttle. An A-class shuttle, which means that if I turn this in at a space station, you know, it's gonna get me moolah and modules and possibly some storage space. So, but look at this. If you are someone who's like, you know, there are some people who like the really big ships, and there are some people who like the really small ships. But this is a compact little shuttle, and so for someone who likes small ships, this is probably going to be an ace find. The address is plus 76.70 or 66 plus 76.67, and then minus 125.01. And if you look for that address, you're going to find this ship. Alright, so apparently we are now at the point where it says we can swap a ship or claim a ship. And probably that's because I have the other ships that I went and fixed. And so it thinks, oh, you have plenty of ships, you want to trade? And the answer, of course, is no, I don't want to trade, I just want to claim. Alright, so we're in, and it's already got the launch thrusters. So technically, I could just walk away and then this would fly to me wherever I needed. But we're going to go ahead and do the hermetic seal and stop the fire is what I'm trying to say. Oh, dang it. We come against that thing. We can want to do the hermetic seal, but you can't. I forgot. Oh, I do, don't I? I have it. I don't have to make it. Yes, just a second. I was sitting there. Oh, no, it's crafting. But my other ship is right here. I'll just jump back in and grab it this second. Alright, so let's see. Y, exosuit, Y, exosuit, Y, exosuit. And I think everything else is fine. So. Oops, wrong button. Hit the wrong button. The problem with buttons being close together on an Xbox controller is that sometimes I miss. Yes, yes. Alright, so here we are. We're gonna fix the fire by fixing the pulse engine. And don't you just wonder what the part is. There's a part somewhere that just blazes out in flames there. And then we'll fix the shield so that when it goes out in space, there's less chance of crashing into things and things going terrible. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and fix the photon cannon so that this has a weapon. I mean, even if it's punky, it'll be something. Alright, but that's all I'm doing as the fix for this. This ship, though, as an A-class, already has 1, 2, 3 supercharged slots. They're broken, but it has them, so that's kind of cool, I think, to know. Yeah, I will probably be turning in both shuttles and just to get the money from them. It'll be well worth it to have it. Coming in and getting the goodies. Sometimes when you're around here, it'll give you the hydrogen jelly for repairs, and I've always found that kind of, you know, cool, actually. Alright, we're just gonna put this in the spaceship for right now. Alright. Nanites received, 20 something. And let's go check out what the globe has for us. The cool thing about the globes is they're basically, it gives you the story behind what happened, and also you get technology from it, or some other benefit. So let's take a look. Alright, the technology looks dated, but that's okay, we still want it. Let's see, the noise from the cargo, okay, we're not investigating the noise, we're just gonna go with the first one. Ooh, we got a plasma launcher. Now here's the thing about plasma launchers. They are fun, but they are dangerous. They have a ricochet, and if they hit you, they hit you hard. So, generally speaking, I don't install a plasma launcher unless I know I'm going to be on my own and I can stand on top of a building and I'm firing far away. There's just no. Which does remind me, I did some fixing on my multi-tool over here, and I added in the cloaking device so that I have it. When we get some of our other prizes, we're going to get the pulse filler prize, and I think we're also going to get a different kind of launcher, and I'll be putting that in. Okay, so that's what I wanted to show you here with the space shuttle. We're going to go ahead and get on to go back to our base real quick, and then I want to show you what I've done with another base real quick and explain my thinking, and then we'll be ready to start doing phase 4, I think. There we go. Not quite there. A little higher up. There we go. Let's floating, we're floating, heading on down. I have noticed that this hauler sometimes will go in very fast. So usually it's slow, but there are times it'll go in. So just kind of keep an eye on that. I think it has to do with the module that I put in. And it just kind of sped it up just a little bit. Oh, I did not know that. So I can hold the tag my own base? I did not know that. Well, that's actually helpful to know. So if you're not entirely sure that's your base, and you can hold the tag, or if you're too close to another base, that's actually helpful. Thank you. And you can see things are still loading in. I came in and I was lucky. This does happen with Xboxes sometimes. They sometimes need time to get everything loaded in. Especially when you're doing a lot. But that's okay. It just takes patience and sometimes a restart of the box. We don't need to restart the box right now because it's not really that glitchy, but it's just something that happens. Alright, well, I am terribly excited about what I'm going to show you next, I think. So, basically, in my wanderings of the other night, one of the things that I did was I went back to the base with the original intention of just scrapping it. Because you may recall, I was actually very scared when I played the... when I went to that planet and dealt with those sentinels who harassed me from point A to Z. And it upset me a little bit. And I think what was really funny is I was most upset about how I had to place the landing pad. I hated that I had to place the landing pad in such an awkward position just to even have a chance to lift off. And what's so funny is later I was thinking, well, why didn't I just take the teleport out? What was I thinking? And the thing is, when you got all that adrenaline going and all that stress, you think I just want out, you know? And so basically what I did, I defaulted to I will fly ship. I don't know why, but I think that is pretty funny. Yeah. So apparently for me, flying is the way out. But one of the things that I did after I calmed down is I thought, well, yeah, I do want to keep the base. So we left one, well, I didn't do this on purpose. This poster refused to go, and that might have been my sign, I think. It was like, I'm not going away. You're just going to have to deal with it. So I said fine, and I started, this is the chair that I put down the other day, but I got some pieces from the build menu, and I built a little sort of place to look out and just kind of see the view, because actually it's a really nice view. It's very scenic and very interesting. Now if I go out this door, you know that I'll be harassed by the sentinels, but there is no law that says I have to actually leave this building. And when I realized that, I was like, you know, I think this is doable. So I spent a little time, put it together, put down the cooling colors of the teal onto my save point and onto the biofuel and onto the base. I moved the base even further in. I don't know why, except that sort of I wanted to protect it more. And then I also put the landing pad, fixed the landing pad here. That took me a while. That took me a good 15 minutes to figure out how to get it attached to the door appropriately, because I had to move the ship, and which meant putting another landing pad down and blah, blah, blah. But once I got it done, I felt so much better. And I thought, well, this is kind of what, you know, base building and planning is about, is getting it so that you're comfortable and you have a nice place to stay and you feel enjoyment with what you've done. And so, yeah, I feel better. And so now I can run out to the ship and I can fly off, or, you know, I can just take the teleporter. Such a good thing. So now what I'm going to do is go to the last base that I have here. And we're going to do that thing that I was saying I was going to do with the other Nip Nip buds there, or the Geknip, I mean. And we'll put a holographic friend there in that terminal. And so there will be 2 space stations, or trade stations, that will have somebody there, at least in sympathy. and then we'll be ready to go on to phase 4. And I should be ready for building with phase 4. I got a ton of ferrite. I got a ton of pure ferrite. I've got a lot of carbon. I've got a lot of copper and a goodly amount of chromatic metal. So we should be good for building. One of the nice things about having a lot of material before we started yesterday when we were doing this is that even though it was thoroughly scary, I could get everything down pretty quickly once I started. Okay, I'm thinking that looks pretty good. You know, I just don't know where they land these ships sometimes. They could literally be anywhere. Well, yeah, I did. Now I'm looking on top of the building. Yeah. Oh, there it is. There's no way I could fly that. It bounced right into the building, bang bang, and so we're gonna let it do its own flying here. There we go, much better. All right, so we're gonna cut. And that is true. The navigation data that you get from the whirlybirds makes this so much easier, because that's what you use to call your ships to you. I guess. Yeah, okay. Yeah, technically they're not called whirlybirds, but I think they're called waypoints. That's what they're called. And there are 0 waypoints that have been discovered on this planet by me. I am thinking, okay, and I'm thinking about it, I don't know, but maybe off screen I will attempt to walk around like I do the other planets. I just won't commit to staying on the ground should I get overly encountered. But yeah, I just usually don't do threatening sentinel kinds of places, so yeah. But you'll see that just by doing what we did the other day, we have 6 of 12, 2 of which are underwater. So if I could find the underwater, that one would probably be really easy. It's very possible that we could get all of the animals on this planet, not have it be too difficult. Now that looks like a proper prehistoric animal, doesn't it? I mean, look at that. That's a full-on proper prehistoric bird. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we are. We are on part 4, or phase 4. We're gonna go in and first of all get rid of this, unpin the formula. No, we don't want that, thank you. And then we are going to Outpost Delta to claim the 4th planet for Utopia. Alright, off we go. Now, the 4th planet is going to be, if I recall, the infested planet. This is the planet they're sending you to so you can get all those really wonderful ingredients for a special recipe. Fun for everyone. And we're starting to see, this starts to happen when you you have more people coming on, I've noticed that somehow there's always a base that starts showing up right by the places you have to land. This is not necessarily terrible, but it's just something that I've noticed that happens. And so it can get tricky to get to these approximate locations. Oh, buddy, I'm traveling. I hate to, but I want to keep going. If I move, if I accepted that outpost call, I might have lost my connection to the Delta because that base is just right there, and I don't want to miss it. We got two of them trying to get my attention. That's fine, but still. Walking past the space station here, and past the planet right next to it. We're heading toward the infested planet, which originally was, I want to say, a western planet, because it has cactus flesh, copper, pyrite, silver, and it has high sentinel activity. High sentinel activity is not a problem. It is basically they're watching you to see that you don't shoot the rocks or the animals or whatever while they're watching you. And you can, if you accidentally do so, or if you must do so, switch out your weapon and they'll leave you alone after that. They are nothing like the aggressive sentinels that'll come after you for just breathing. The hauler is slow, just like, oh, and I've run out of power, just like, there we go, good thing I stopped and shot some rocks. Oh, this is correct. I forgot. This is kind of a mountainy area to begin with. Alright, so... Yep. Okay, so we're going to go in slow. And we're going to try and let things load in so we can see where it's at, because we know it does exist. And it's really close. I have loved this expedition just for this, where it's not been far away, it's been close. And I'll just say right here and now, thank you, Hello Games, for not making me trek over the wilderness. I have appreciated it. Okay, we're slowing down to try and give it a chance to load in. It looks like it has. It's telling me there's, it's gonna let me come in. And I see a little base there, so somebody's built a base here by this little trading post. And that's just... Yep, Yep. Alright, I'm gonna get out. And we are going to head in. I'm gonna register our arrival. I am a citizen of this galaxy. And awesome! Huzzah! We have done our first one. Alright, so we're gonna let that little screen kind of blank out here by itself. This planet, I love these planets because they're basically nice. They get very cold at night, but during the day it's great for travel. There's going to be cactus around. At some point you have to get like some rope for the dinner. Don't bother heading toward that. It will disappear. So just know it goes. but you're going to want to look for cactus, and you're going to want to look for places to get larval eggs. We've already kind of decided where we're going to get the larval eggs, but that's something we'll do along the way here. What I am going to do is take a moment to kind of scan around. Not that there's a lot to scan. Oh wait, there's an animal here. Animal. Flying critter, if it'll let me. There we go. Copper there. Is that a plant? Alright, so we got our first plant. We got our first animal. And we're going to claim our prize, which is some more nanite, sweet, Utopia drop, and a pre-packaged personal force field unit. Now I'm running out of space on my little multi-tool because I've had some good things happen, so I'm not going to put the shield in, but I'm going to be grateful for it. Ooh, yeah. Alright. So let's do the next one. Just open the package here. And oh, yeah, let's take a look and see if it gives us any market information here. See, we got ferrite dust, cobalt, magno gold, carbon nanotubes, copper. Grab a little of this, a little of that, some of the basics here. Of course, it gives us launch fuel, which is actually really nice. I mean, if you actually do need quite a bit of launch fuel for this particular game. We've got some salt in here. Might claim some of that.
Product received. Product received. Product received.
Alright. Oh, nice. Yeah, that works. Alright, we got some more repair kit. That's very nice. We'll put that in the ship, I think. Look at all these boxes here. This one has a lot of boxes to check out. Relic, we can sell that. Keep it. Now, because we're able to get like the rusted metal out of the green boxes, we know that these boxes are things that are naturally, normally here on this particular trade post. It's not something that somebody else has put down. So that's kind of a neat little thing. Yeah. All right. Well, let me go sell the Gek relic here real quick. Well, let's take a moment and put away the... Ooh, that's right, because we have the cake. I'm going to put the cake away. We'll put some carbon nanotubes in it. I didn't even know I'd been doing that. Ha! That is funny. Alright, all this time I'm sitting there making nanotubes every single time, and they've been inside the nutrient processors. Alright, so. Yeah. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna sell the Gek thing. Just a second. I'm gonna think about selling the Gek thing. I thought I got one, but... Oh, you know what happened, I think, is that they went into the starship. Yeah, because this is what the upgrade gave us. If you have an item that you have put a particular location, it automatically, if things are close enough, puts it there. It organizes it for you. So if you have an organizing system that you use, it can actually be really handy now. And all you have to do is remember where you put things. Awesome. So we made a little money that way. I'm gonna go ahead and put the hermetic seal in that vacuum there. Shit. Yeah, because, I mean, we might find another one, but yeah, that might be off screen. We'll just see what happens here. All right, this the prepackaged personal force field. It actually goes into. Oh, I actually have some room, but we'll put it in symbolically speaking. I'm probably going to take it out for reasons, but there, we now have a powerful personal shield. Let's see, I think, yeah, that's how you bring it out. So that's like the shield that the Sentinels put out, you know, that you can put in front of you. And for some reason, I was thinking it didn't last very long, but I am holding this button, and you know what I have? I have a shield in this day. So that is far more useful than I thought it would be. Okay, so I think we're, yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Say like you're fighting the monstrosities and they're coming after you. That might actually be really handy. All right, so here we are in the ship, and we are going to take a moment and we're going to pop this little route map thing. And it's going to give us coordinates. The coordinates are minus 15.36 and plus 176.64. Okay. And where we're at, if I get out, minus 49.508 plus 120.821. So it's actually a goodly distance away. I am so grateful that it gives us this little icon to follow. Because I would be crying if I had to try to map that out. Oh, there was a bird, wasn't there? Just a second. See if I can... I do have stuff to make for it. Wait a minute, just a second. But it was a red dot, yeah. Yeah, with the worms coming in and out now that we know they're about, the worms travel really fast and they can show up on the map as a red dot and then just go. You know, so that's the sort of thing. All right, here we go. I'm gonna make another house, yeah. And I have to say this is so mountainy, and I am secretly hoping that it will not do to me what it did the last time. Let's arrive in 13 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and head up into space real quick. That way I'm not trying to fly around the mountains. Because this hauler's nice, but it handles like a truck. And so we're arriving, and once again it puts me on the side of a mountain. Why? Why do you do this to me? Alright, but at least this time there's a place to land. That, oh my gosh. Yeah, and I'm not going to be chased around by sentinels, so... yeah, not so bad. Alright, so here we are. Oh, look at that worm popping out just as I was landing. Oh my goodness. Now this planet is probably going to have a lot of... No, it actually kind of... It is one of the plants, though. It says we're 750 feet away. I'm going to take a moment and see if there's any cactus around here. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna have to be walking around here, yeah. 77%, that's pretty good. But you know what? We'll go ahead and put some uranium in. Because that's, you know, cost effective. And I think this time, I'm gonna take a moment and I'm gonna try something a little different than me flying up the mountain. Still a little tiny thing though. Do I have the food? I don't have the food. You know what? No, we're just gonna go. Actually, let's make the nomad. Let's see if we can do that. No, I cannot. I did not make it. I assumed I had enough. That was my bad. I totally assumed I did. I had the metal plating, I thought. Alright, here we go. This is okay. We're walking. That's, yeah. Alright, the lesson there is always have your metal plating. Don't put your metal plating in your nomad. Why am I walking past that? Maybe I'll get really lucky and there'll be metal plating in here. There's, just so you know that this does not normally store metal plating. It stores metal. And when you're first starting out, it will store ammunition and small items. And then it starts, once you start really getting going, it starts storing other things. Alright, here we go, up the mountain. We're walking. We're actually, I know what's going on. I was sitting there, man, this is really different. Y'all have been seeing this from a totally different perspective, I realize. There's the camera view. Now. Okay, let's do some filling in of the batteries here before I have to... There we go. Taking one check, it's telling me it's this way. The nice thing with it being against the side of the mountain, okay, even though it's kind of scary to do it this way, is that if you can hold the button down, you can get there, and it's just holding the button down. And as long as you have the life energy, it'll just take you close to where you gotta get. Okay, worm, I hear you, but don't come out around me. Oh, we got a planetary record. It says we're close. We've reached our assigned destination. How exciting. You know, our assigned destination is on the side of the mountain. You know what we're not doing? We're not building here. No. No, I'm not doing it. That's just, no. What I am going to do is find a place to stand for just a moment. Holy moly. Now this thin slice here gives a natural, I guess, wedge there. Oh, look, there's some animals. I love these critters right here. I do. They are fun and entertaining. Is that what I think it is? Is that a monolith? This is why they wanted us to build here, is by this monolith. But friends, I'm still not building here. We'll go find us a nice trade post. Well, there is some flat area, but there's not really enough flat area to really make it a nice base per se. But I guess we could. I guess I might be feeling a little stubborn about it because it's such a high place, but yeah. I got some damage from that, and apparently I did not necessarily please the ancients on it, but you know what? That's okay. I don't know if it'll let me do it, because you kind of have to please them to have the option. So if you haven't pleased the ancients, it's not going to let you try again. So I think that's probably why there's more than one monolith spread throughout a planet. And the only thing is, these monoliths, they don't necessarily reset, but I gotta say, look how cool this is. That's just really different. I think they've been working on things, you know. That's definitely a different monolith shape. So I don't know. It's flat-ish, but not very, you know. No, I'm not. It's we have a natural fence growing right here, so I'm not likely to fall off the edge, at least as long as I keep aware of this natural fence. And there's some damaged machinery. There's enough. You know what? Maybe we could build around it. All right, let's see. That's damaged machinery over there. I'm gonna see if I can see it a little better from over here. Because it's kind of hanging off the side of the mountain there. Is that, okay, that's a humming sack there. Technically I could fight to get a larval egg from that and just run away up the mountain. They can't chase me. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. It is not really flatter. No, it's just... It might be wider, but... Yeah, I'm gonna come back to it, I think. Oh. Second, let me... Alright, got some nanites. I'm gonna try and come back at a different angle for the... I am. There we go. There we go. And I have done my part to make it a little better. Yeah, this is still kind of angled a little wrong, so the best place to build is probably over by the monolith, because this is... I might, yeah. Just kind of looking around now, because... Yeah, let's try that. I'm gonna see if I can land the ship, then it's just such a weird angle on the mountain. Alright, let's go back by the monolith. I gotta remember where the monolith is. There it is. This is like those old-time farmers trying to find a piece of land in the mountain. I mean... Yes. Another place, yeah. But first, let's... Yeah. And a place to land the ship. So, there we go. So, I think what we're going to do is we are going to lay the base down. Because, you know, that is part of the quest here. And we're going to just... We're not actually going to make a base here, I think. Just, I don't like the location, and just, nah. There's that. Well, and I have to look for cactus anyway. There's a lot of things I need to look for after this anyway, so, yeah, let's claim this base. Even though it's just... What are they doing just here? On this side of the mountain. Although, you know, there are loads of folks that if they wanted to roleplay they could build a nice little temple area here and just do it. I am going to not do that. Really. I am not going to do that, I think. I think we're just going to do a straight 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna stop because I forgot I needed to do the thing. Oh, they gave us exosuit upgrades. Take that. That for later. I can make that decision later. Alright. So look at how it stacked it. That looks kind of cool. I did not know they did that. Look at that. Like their own stair steps. Okay, so that's 8 of the one. Or 9. I guess it counts the base as part of them? Okay, so we can now upload the base, so let's do that. Upload. Yeah. You know what I could do? And they'll be like, what happened here? Well, I don't have the Gek diff anymore, but I could have put a Gek right here, and it would totally have been, like, thematic and appropriate. You know what I mean? If I had enough Gek things. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to leave it here. Leave it alone. And, yeah, and I'll come back when I have some Gek diff. We'll make a little statue, and, yeah. Oh, that's right. We gotta claim the prize here. Yes, but first we must claim the prize to make. All right, so, and then we get a pulse splitter module. Awesome. I will take that, but first we're gonna build. And what we could do is we could build this and then we can retrieve it and then we'll have it for another building. And we're going to take a look inside. Hello, multi-tools. And the truth is, this is where we could come, and if you love having a scatter blaster, this is where you can find the scatter blaster. If you love having a combat scope, this is where you can get your combat scope, and so on and so forth. You know, what's never made sense to me, although I guess it makes sense in a way, is that you could also, you know, purchase upgrades for your multi-tool, like spaces, you know, but everything has its assigned place in No Man's Sky. All right, so we're going to carry this around with us for a moment, because it does not represent Gek. It just represents mighty, mighty technology. And then we're going to go in here and we're going to claim our prize, which is more repair kits, wiring looms, and ion batteries. Yes, we'll take those. Thank you. You know, it might be. Just let's take a moment. Oh my goodness, it kind of sort of is. It is totally. It's not necessarily a cave. It's part of a cave. There's an animal over there that we can't see. It looks like it's slow moving, so I think that animal is like one of those turtle animals, you know. All right, so it's a semi-cave. It's certainly enough of a cave that it gave me shelter for a little bit. That was about as far as I could go in. Yeah, I could move the base so it's technically out of the whatever weather may come on this planet. And that would actually make sense, you know, so. Oops. No, yes, X. There we go, there we go. You can't delete a base this way, but you can carry it. And let's go hide the base in the cave. There. Yeah, I find this fascinating. You know, it counts as a cave. It has the dehydrogen crystals in here, but those are definitely cave items right there on the top there. It's just a small baby cave. I may have to think about how to design this. The more I think about it, the more I think, yeah, you could make a nice little base here, if when. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't change that it's high up on the mountain, and well, I don't have it. Oh, and now that I have a base here, I could make the metal plating. Second. All right. I'm coming in the starship, so we definitely have this all in one place. So. Well, yeah, or my backpack, yeah. Alright, well that is pointless. Take this, put it in the... I got room for it now. Part of the reason I moved it is that I didn't really have the room for it. We'll leave the hermetic seal in the ship, though. Yeah. Alright. What I'm gonna do... This is... I don't know if it's wide enough. I guess we could just try and clear out a space. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I forgot the sentinels do that. You got a little upset with me. But what we're gonna do, because it'll just make things easier later, I'm gonna try and put down... Oh, I need carbon nanotubes. There, we'll just put it by the base. And then we'll put down a biofuel reactor. And actually I could get rid of all those wood things. And then this becomes a natural base, a natural site. Like if you were visiting or touring a place, you know, finding the memorials or whatever. There. Now our little sentinel has no reason to be upset at us for disturbing the monument. Alright, and we have another teleporter. So technically, we have met the obligations of this planet. The next thing we have to do is prepare a yeah, so it's going to want us to find cactus. So yeah, it is. So actually, I am going to put down a nomad. Yeah, you can't really fit that in the cave place, though. Sort of like over here, sort of. Yeah. There we go. Visitor's motorcycle. No, I'm just... Parking, yeah. Here's parking for the site. Alright, so... I'm gonna get into the Nomad. And honestly, we're just gonna kind of probably just I already installed all the NoMan'sSky. Yeah. What I do need to do is go ahead and put in the pulse splitter because we're going to need that. The pulse splitter S-class module. Because we'll want that because it makes it easier to get the tendrils. And then I'm also I'm going to actually take out the cloaking device, but I'm just going to store that technology for later. And I'm trading it for the prepackaged paralysis mortar. And we need to charge it with unstable plasma, which we can make. So I'm going to come in here. Let's see what we need for unstable plasma. I have it. You need metal plating and oxygen. I don't have a lot of oxygen. Usually I carry a ton of oxygen around. But, yeah, I have enough for 2, so that'll... Yeah. And then... Okay. Well, you know, now we've been doing this for a little while. It might be a good place to pause right here and do the sort of walk around, I guess, that I normally do. Yeah, let me do a quick scan here. I think I'm gonna look and see if I do. Yeah. Let's check it out. Because we recall we've had encounters with some of the Gek who've wandered around here, and I do not have cactus. No. I have solarium, but I don't have cactus. Oh well. And frost crystal. I got 5 whole frost crystals. Alright, so I think given these mountains, and they are mountains, I think the best way to do this is probably going to be to fly and look for the cactus and try and get these recipes figured out here. And I think what we'll do is we'll find the cactus first, and then we'll take a break, and then we'll come back at a different time. Because we have to harvest the cactus flesh, and we need at least 3 of them. Let me make sure I got my nutrient processor with me. I do. Alright. Here we go. Let's go searching. The nice thing about the hauler is it's still slow enough that any searches we do, they'll work. Pardon me. Another good reason to start taking a break here in a little bit, because I'm starting to get a little crunchy here. Hey, a lot of times the cactus is going to be lower on the ground, so we're just going to take a look, fly slowly, and see if it'll pop in. We'll run scans while we're doing this because there might be cool things to look at. Oof, this is high. Does that look like cactus to you? That looks like cactus to me on this side of a mountain because, of course, that's where they go. And we will see if I can actually land. I can. Oh my gosh. Alright, so this is gonna be interesting. First of all, let's see if we can scan anything. Since we're here, might as well. Oh, well, you know what? Since we're here, and since they're so excited about it, let us take a moment and come over here. We gotta get them anyway. I did that. It is best, I personally feel, if you're doing this, to do it on a safe level. And there's a couple reasons to do it this way. I'm going to change my weapon, and we're going to change it to the pulse splitter since they gave us the ability to do so. Here we go. There's one. There's two. There's an angry sentinel. Hi, Mr. Sentinel. I sure was, but honestly, you don't want these critters around here. I'm just high enough that it can't reach me. So I can just stand here all I want. And what's interesting is, like, I think this will almost have all of them for this. Well, the monstrosities, I do have to kill them, but you gotta do it, by following yeah, you have to go to a specific place. There's that. Sir, you're keeping me from my cactus. I'm afraid you're gonna have to wait for the sentinel to go away. Mister, I am here as an official representative of Utopia, the construction company. Yeah. There we go. Oh, there's one more down there. We'll let these guys just keep on grimping here. That'll give that sentinel a little chance to, you know, drift away and the swarm to subside. I'll pretend like I'm going somewhere. La 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 la. So let's take a look at what we've got here, though. We should have, we got 6 ropes, so that is plenty enough for the recipe that we're gonna. 8. 6 of 8. All right. That's not so bad. I mean, that's more than. Here they are. Come on, guys, go away. You know, you're just wandering around. You can't reach me. Swarm society. There we go. All right, so. Well, because I've got it on, I found the nearest Titan burrow. Oh, thank you. Yes, I know. It says, here's your Titan burrow. I'm like, yeah, I know. It must be down. Oh, there it is. Yep. And these guys, they're stuck on the mountain. So they can't really chase up when I'm at this steep element here. So I can just stay here all I want. La la la. They can't reach me because. All right. Yeah, it is a little mean of me, but. Okay, I'm not looking for them, I am looking for the cactus flesh. There we go. Yep, there's another one, so I'll go looking for that here in just a bit, but what I'm gonna do for myself is change it back to the acquired taste, so it gives me the we're walking, we're sliding, we're walking. I can totally reach this, yeah. This is if you've got a growing patch of cactus flesh, you're likely going to have at least some flattish space. It's not necessarily going to be perfect, but you should be able to, you know, walk it. And the plant, if you slide, it's going to kind of stop you. I mean, I have, yeah, I have plenty. I have enough to work it now, so I'm just gathering it because I like the cactus. The cactus makes your veggies, and it makes carbon if you need carbon, so it's good to have when you got it or need it. Yeah. All right, let me. Yeah, these mountain climbs here, we don't have anything with which to hook on, so yeah, I think we're gonna head back to the ship. What's interesting is you can slide down, but you gotta fly up. I'm not sure, but let me scan this real quick. Well, might as well while we're walking. Might as well scan everything, because I mean, look, I'm making money as I do it. I mean, yep, that is a lot of cash that I've made so far, just by scanning. Yep, just by scanning. Alright, so now it says we have to extract larval cores from whispering eggs. And we are totally going to do that, but I'm going to take a moment because I only need one more of these tendrils. It says stalk the titan worm. I am not stalking the titan worm. What I'm going, it says, when it says stalk the titan worm, it wants you to follow the titan, and then, no, we're not doing that. We're going to get in the ship. We're going to do the same thing we did with the cactus flesh, which is we're just going to fly around until we see another burrow. Although it is nighttime, so of course it's going to be a little tougher to do it. Oh look, there's cactus on the ground now. Okay. Okay, okay. I see how it is. Can't go too fast. This is the thing, and we won't do this too long because if it'll be faster. I mean, we actually met our goal. So the truth is, all we were gonna do is, well, yeah, but originally we were gonna pause when we found the cactus flesh. So this is a bonus time now. So if we hit a point where I need to go do it, I just will. But the thing is about burrows is they can show up anywhere, just like the cactus flesh or just like any of the other objects in the game. I do actually kind of like it when they show up on the side of the mountain a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit, because then I have less threat from the little monstrosities. Yeah, I think, yeah, let's do. I see that machinery there. Well, that is also a truth. We might be able to find a trading post too. Alright, let's see if we can land. We can land on the side of the mountain here. I see what looks like a selenium patch over there, so we might see if it's... Apparently have that already. Where I go walking around, yeah. I do, it'll probably launch because we have a little extra going on for the launcher, but I am going to put things in. It's always handy to have it, and just, I always feel better if I do, so. There's a burrow down there. 476 down. I am going to call my little nomad. Let's see if it's trying to send me to the nearest burrow. Oh, it's in the right, I was in the right location. It's just, Alright, so let's take a moment. Let's get the damaged machinery while we're here. What kind of cool thing are we getting? Are we getting nanites? Are we getting a module? Getting nanites. Ooh. It is, and it's one of those fast ones. I don't know if I could catch it quick enough. Nope. I had too many buttons. I guess that's good enough. It's flat enough, no one's gonna fall in it. I'm mad, because I can. do that too while I'm here.
Technology recharge.
Now, I know I circled the worm, but I can't exactly see it. It's down. It's down there. 382. Stop. Dropped us into a cave. Sorta. Getting closer. Oh, I see it. I see it. Thanks, plant, for saving my life. Yeah. This apparently is far more straight down than it looks. Yep, I can see it. Just if I could get down there is a whole other... No. I'm gonna angle for the plant. Oof. There's our first little buckaroo there. Oh. Oh. Oh, there it is. There it is. Yes, scary. You are very, very scary. So scary.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Up we go. Yep. I can fly out. I do not have to eliminate that. I can just carry on. And if I need to take a break, I can just land on these plants, which isn't that nice to know. And there's my craft down there. We're gonna leave it there because I am not skilled enough to get it back up the mountain from there. I might be able to call it here. Yes. Oh, I can totally call it up here. All right. Okay. There we go. Nomad is the way to go when you gotta get up the mountain. I mean, it's nice to be able to jetpack up, but honestly, the Nomad makes it better. And that, my friend, is why you want to know. Woo! What a journey that was. All right, let's see if I can get this animal that's floating around. Maybe not. Oh, that's something over here it was trying to give me. I got a rock. Alright, I feel like Charlie Brown with that one. I got a rock. I have to have 3 eggs. We got 2 ways we can do this. We could go on and we could do the biological horrors. And then we'll get the eggs from there. And what I'll do is I'll plant a base wherever it is it takes us. And I'll just you know, get the eggs and then get the spawn. And that might be the way to do this, I think. Alright. It says, purge a site of biological monstrosities and return to your ship to receive the site coordinate. Well, fortunately for us, here I am in my ship with my launch fuel. It has exceeded expectations. Excellent work, settlers. Yay, I'm doing my job. However, it wants me to go to manufacturing. They've been causing manufacturing inefficiencies. I'm going to accept the coordinates. Alright. Alright, purge site designated. Alright, let's go see if we can find that purge site. This is a lot like the mission that you get off the Nexus. And I know I was talking about taking a break, but this is the thing about No Man's Sky. It can loop you into the story. And it gets interesting and fun at various, just all the time. You know, something that'll catch your interest. And so sometimes you have to set your own agenda, or just acknowledge you're going to play for a little longer than you think you were. I am, yes. Yeah, that might be the way to roll. Oh gosh, we're slowing down here. Now, this says purge site. Yeah. I am gonna do the thing where I'm gonna land somewhere and take an eyeball look. Because there's a piece of land right here. And actually, I might call this good here, and I might come back later and look for it, because when it's on the side of the mountain like this, it just takes time. Yeah, look, there's 678. That means that there's going to be on the opposite side somewhere. Yeah, you know what? Let's call a break here. I have to admit, I'm getting started. I need to take a break. Just say that. So, that way I know I'll be making better decisions. And I am pleased with the progress we've made so far, because honestly, I did not expect to get this one here. It's really possible, yeah. If we do the cleanse and then make the recipe, then we'll finish phase 4 for sure. And it's real possible, because phase 5 is, you know, outpost base, you know, stuff, and then you're off and done. So yeah, sorry, I don't mean to be. All right, let's take a look at phase 5 more properly. Phase 5, you go to the outpost, you receive the instructions like we do in the other ones, you make a base, and then doing that, you're going to get hypercore plans and be able to install that in the ship. Once you have the hypercore plans, it says you need to discover all the life, or the animal life on the planet. Well, that's not too hard. So it's just walking around and finding them, you know. And then after that, it asks you to search for a gas hotspot. That one's tricky, and I'll show you how to do it. If you've never done it before, it could be a little difficult. So, and take a little time. And then the final thing that you do is you warp into a whole new system. And once you have the hyperdrive, that's no problem. So, and the nice thing is when you do that, it gives you storage documentation, 12 storage documentation. Now the truth is, I am probably not keeping this hauler. I will probably let this hauler go and use that storage augmentation for something else, but that's another thing. And then once you're done, you get, titles and decals and a banner for doing it. And then the final phase, it gives you the Utopia speeder. So we are not far from being done on this particular thing. And the truth is, given the location here, I may not revisit this unless I'm going to play to do it to Twitch. So it might be tomorrow, it might be tonight, but probably more likely tomorrow. And then we'll just pick up and we're going to go after those monstrosities. So that's kind of where we're at. I'm going to jump in. I'm going to jump out. And then I'm going to exit to the title screen. Thank you for playing with me or watching me. I really enjoyed it. I had a good time with this one.